Good afternoon. Welcome back to The Art of a Life Well Lived with Christine Regan Lake. Hope you are well. Good to be back here. So, today I would like to talk to you about sexual integrity. Now, I know that some people may be thinking this is an odd topic, sexual integrity, and what does that mean? Clearly people will say, well, everybody's integrity is different based on their own definition. True, each person does need to decide for themselves what sexual integrity really means. And you also need to consider the kind of the laws of nature, so you can have a definition, but if it's contrary to the laws of nature and how the universe works, you might be lying to yourself in terms of refusing to really acknowledge the way things actually work. So, what is sexual integrity? So, in general, when someone is in integrity, it means that they truly walk their talk, right? So they don't just believe one thing and live another, but they actually live their values and they are in alignment. They are congruent as a human being when someone is in integrity. Now, when you're in terms of sexual integrity, if you look at different elements of the Bible or different elements of like the Vedas and different elements of holistic healing and spirituality, and you understand that there are spiritual consequences for your sexual actions. So, for instance, whenever you have sex with another human being, you create soul ties, which means you have an energetic tie to the person that you had sex with. You also have energetic soul ties to the kind of individuals you don't even know who you actually are watching porn with. So if people engage in porn, you're actually creating soul ties to the individuals in that film who you don't even know. When you create a soul tie, when you merge your energy bodies, you are absorbing the other person's energy, which I've said several times before. There is a common phrase that is, never have sex with someone who you wouldn't want to be, because you're absorbing who they are into your energy body. You're absorbing their trauma, you're absorbing their patterns, you're absorbing, obviously, parasites, bacteria, things like that, whenever there's bodily fluids exchange, things like that. So, in terms of being in sexual integrity, so what was sex really created for? Sex is the highest expression of love. Sex is the way that you can, with your physical body, express to the person you love how much you care for them and things like that. So when you abuse power, because sexual energy is a power, there's a power to your sexual energy, and sexual energy is like one of the most powerful forces on earth because it creates life, right? So if you're misusing your sexual energy, you have to believe that there's going to be consequences, and that there's things that, in terms of the laws of, nature and karma and things like that. So, being in integrity would be that you engage your sex life with consciousness and with intention and with purity, so that you would never, use another human being for just purely sexual pleasure, knowing that you're using that person, right? Or that you're, in terms of sexual integrity, that you would not engage in sexual behaviors or things that go against your values and your belief systems. Like, for instance, you could, there are people who, I believe, engage in polyamorous relationships when they're really not okay with it, because I've met people who've talked to me about it, and you can tell that they're conflicted, but the person they're with really wanted to engage in an open relationship, polyamorous relationship. And because they didn't want to lose them, they were willing to open themselves up to that kind of scenario, when in reality, it truly did go against their core beliefs, who they are, what they want for themselves, and what they really value. So the power of sexual integrity is to understand how powerful your sexual energy is, and to to be in command of your sexual energy, that you're not a slave to your sexual lusts and things like that, that you are in the driver's seat, that you are making intentional decisions about who you will and won't have sex with, how that sexual activity will unfold for yourself and the other one. And it's really about, like I said, being in alignment, having integrity with the purity of your intention to have that opportunity of sexual engagement be a place where you come to give, where you come to serve your partner. It's not about just taking what you want and not caring about whether your partner gets what they want, or about having multiple partners and just using people for your own kind of lustful needs and desires and things like that. And when you come into a place of power over your sexual energy, where you're not having sex to get love, you're not having sex to keep a relationship together, where the purity and the vibration of that sex is a natural expression of the love that you feel for that person, and to honor them and to serve them and to come and bring your relationship closer together, right? That you're not using your body, you're not betraying your body to keep another person, right? Things like that. So I think it's really important for everyone to kind of figure out their own sexual integrity. What does sexual integrity mean for you? And what does it mean for you in your connections and your relationships? And are you living in integrity with your sexual energy, with your sexual power? Or are you betraying your body? And I have to be honest with you that in my experience, on my 51 years on this planet, I've come to understand that whenever we betray ourselves, whenever we betray our soul, or we betray our body in some way, there is always a negative consequence that comes with it, because life and human nature does not like contradictions, right? So we live our best and most vibrant life when we are congruent, when we are in integrity with who we are, where the life that we are living, we are walking our truth and our values, and there's no contradictions, because those contradictions is what will cause us to suffer and cause us to attract situations and people into our life that will cause pain and struggle and strife, and it's not going to be good. It's always, I believe, in your highest and best interest to be in integrity with yourself, in integrity with your word, in integrity with your body, in integrity with your sexual energy, to just be congruent. A healthy life is a congruent life. And that is absolutely wholeheartedly what I have always believed. And I think that's probably what set me on such a spiritual and philosophical journey my entire life, was because it was from a very, very young age. I always was very clear that it was so important for me to understand, what do I believe? Why do I believe it? And am I living that truth? Am I living those values? Because if I'm not, if I know what I believe, but I'm not living my values because it's too hard a walk to live my values, now I'm out of integrity. And to me, that is a sin against your soul, to be out of integrity with yourself and your values. So I hope you found value in that. I would love if you would subscribe to my channel or hit the like button if you found value in this video. And if you're not aware, I do have a video, a link in my video description box for Operation Underground Railroad. It is a charity that rescues children from human trafficking. I'm an abolitionist, and I'm committed to raising $1 million to rescue these children. If you felt it in your heart to donate anything, I would be so appreciative. Every dollar goes directly to them, and I would so appreciate that. So I hope you found value in today's video. Have a great day, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thanks. Bye.